Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, and I lost my voice in Chicago. I live by myself. I'm not used to talking to people for 4 days in a row. How are you? I missed you. Why did I miss you? I made like 27 videos last week. This is my week 100 post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy update I'm tired. I got a good night's sleep last night, but I am too old for the shenanigans that went on in Chicago. Starting weight, or heaviest weight, or starting weight in the process of weight loss surgery, which is the same thing, was 402 pounds. My weight at surgery on April 14th, 2014 was 360.6 pounds. My weight last week was 201 pounds. My weight today was 208 pounds. Woohoo! 7-pound gain over last week. I know that's all water weight. I can't even, like this ring, usually, it's my grandmother's engagement ring. Isn't it pretty? It usually like practically falls off my finger. I can't even like budge it. So it's water weight from eating, drinking, flying, not taking my diuretic, yada, yada, yada. I'll be back. I'll be back next week for sure. So that's whatever, about 200 pounds lost. It's less than 200 pounds now because I'm at 208. But the numbers that I really like to follow now are the amount of weight I've lost in the last year and the amount of weight I've lost in the last month. So I've lost 20 pounds in the last year, which is not very much, but I have to say, in looking back and comparing the pictures of Chicago last year, which was this exact same weekend, the weekend before St. Patrick's Day, that 20 pounds makes a huge difference. Yeah, huge difference. And from last month, yeah, I gained based on this weight. We'll talk about that next week. So I'm like not looking for that yearly number to go below 20 pounds before I can get this last 25 off, or 32 now, whatever. So that's where I'm at. God, I can't talk. That's where I'm at weight-wise. So this may be a long video, and in case people don't want to watch the whole thing, I want to do some shout outs and an announcement. Since we didn't do the Naked Truth last week, and this may have happened, no, I think it happened on Saturday. I'm not sure. But anyway, wanted to give a huge shout out to the other Amy, the Australian Amy, Amy Nunez. I can't remember what her YouTube name is because it's been so long since she's made a video. She had a beautiful, beautiful baby this weekend, so I want to give a huge congratulations to her. I also want to congratulate Katie Cox on getting to Wonderland. Woohoo! She doesn't think it'll last. I think it will probably last. Got to meet her this weekend, which was awesome. She's beautiful. So congratulations to her. And there's probably lots of other things that have happened that I don't know about because I've been busy the last few days. And the other thing is I want to do an announcement about the Naked Truth. We'll be having a special episode of the Naked Truth on Wednesday, this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time with Dr. Katzen, talking about stomachs. So anyway, I hope you will join us at 7 o'clock on Wednesday to hear Dr. Katzen. Okay, so I have lots of notes because I didn't want to leave anything out. This is pretty quick for me to make a video after a meet and greet. I just got home last night at about 9 o'clock. I haven't had a whole huge lot of time to process the meet and greet. I will say that this was probably I don't know, for me it was probably the best one. I'm sorry for those of you who couldn't come that I'm saying that, but it's the truth. I think why was that? I think because it wasn't too small and it wasn't too big. It was big enough so that people could go off in their different groups and do what they wanted to do and not feel like they had to stay with a small group. Yet it was small enough that you could at least spend some time with everyone, which I did, except for Mary Ann, who came on Saturday, and I don't think I even said hello to her. So Mary Ann, if you're watching, hello, and I'm so sorry that I didn't get to spend any time with you. I look really tired, don't I? I am really tired. Okay, so I wanted to give some of the, I'm sure other people are going to do videos about this. I wanted to give some of my favorite moments of the weekend. So I flew in on Thursday. The first thing was I flew out on the exact same flight I had flown out on the year before. And even though, like the year before, that was my first plane trip post weight loss surgery last year. And even though I had, in that year, I mean, so this year I just said I've lost 20 pounds. In that year, I probably lost like 150. Or actually probably more than that, if I'd lost 20, so like 175. But the difference between that year and this year is huge. And I don't think it's so much about the weight. It's about, and I put this in a Facebook post, it's about the experiences that I've had since the time I took that trip. That was the first real meet and greet bonding experience that I had was Chicago last year. I had gone to Obesity Help when I was 4 months post-op, and I had a great time, but I don't feel like I had the same bonding experience. I was still a little in my shell. I was sort of afraid of all these people and a little freaked out by the whole thing. So I didn't do the kind of bonding that I've done subsequently at meet and greets at that very first one I went to. So I felt like Chicago was the first one where I really did that. And yeah, I mean, I just have a whole different level of confidence and joy and, I don't know, ability to know that I'm going to go have fun when I do this stuff that I didn't have last year. And I felt good last year, but it was a big difference. When I was sitting in the airport in the morning waiting to get on the plane, I realized this is a huge difference from last year in terms of how I feel about myself and how confident and sexy and whatever I feel. So anyway, that was my first moment, was in the Orange County airport. And then what happened? So then what happened was I got into Chicago. I was really bummed because I had thought that I was getting in the same time as Amy and Gretchen, and so they could wait for me, because my favorite airport greeting moment was in Raleigh when I came down the escalator to baggage claim and I got jumped by Amy and Cece and who else? Why can't I remember who else? There was somebody else. Was there? No, maybe there wasn't. Amy and Cece. I'm sorry if there was somebody else and I'm not remembering. And then I went and surprised Kim because she was in the ladies' room when I came down. And so I had really wanted to do that again in Chicago, but I didn't factor in the time difference. So I got in 2 hours after them. So I landed in the airport, took a cab to the airport. And who was waiting for me in the airport but Gretchen, who I absolutely adore. I figured I would, and even in last week's video, I had said, when I was listing off the people I already knew, I had said Gretchen, even though I didn't know her. And then I was like, oh wait, I don't know Gretchen yet. I only know her through email and text, videos and text and Facebook. She is a delight. And so she was waiting in the lobby for me, and she jumped me. And I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but it meant so, I'm gonna get all teary just talking about it. It meant so much. Ugh. Stop, the feels, stop. It meant so much to me was, she ran up and hugged me, her skinny bitch self. I mean, she looks skinny on her, and not too skinny. I want to say that. I'm not criticizing. She looks amazing. She looks like a supermodel. But when I saw her in person, all like 5'10" of her, I mean, she just really looks incredible. So her skinny bitch self came up and hugged me, and she said something to me that really means a lot. She said, you know that picture, stop crying already. You know that picture from San Diego last year where Jennifer Bleacher was hugging Mama Rose, Gastric Rose? She said, you're my Gastric Rose. So my first response to that was, I am not nearly as nice as Gastric Rose. Trust me on that. I can't believe that I'm crying already and we're only 27 minutes in. Anyway, that just meant the world to me. I love that she feels that way to me because Gastric Rose has been a huge, huge part of so many people's journey, and that Gretchen feels that way about me just really touched my heart. So that was my first moment, which was like amazing. And then, okay, I have like whole notes. I'm trying to remember everything. And we get up to the room and Amy's on a fucking conference call. Blah, 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 son. Blah, 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 rockets. Blah, 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 whatever. I'm like, get the fuck off the phone. So Amy finally gets off the phone. I get to see her. And then they give me a really amazing present that if you're on Facebook, you've seen. And I was going to go walk my dog. I put this shirt on specifically for the video and I was going to go walk my dog. And I'm like, yeah, I probably don't want to walk the dog in a shirt that has a picture of me on it. So I'm going to stand up so you can see it. If you didn't see it on Facebook. So this is my #Liz pose shirt. Where I look like an anime drawing. This and Lindsay's gift of the photo montage thing she gave me are my absolute favorite presents maybe ever. I love this so much. I have a shirt and I'm an anime. And this was the night she took this off. I shouldn't say it like that, it's not attractive. Amy took this off my Facebook, and it was the night I met Nirvana, so it has even more special meaning. I just love this so much because, you know, you can't take enough selfies. And you can't take enough selfies doing Liz pose. Okay, anyway, so that was really fun. I love that. I adored it. It was one of my favorite presents. I try to do these in order. I don't remember what we did Thursday night. I don't think I can do it in like chronological. Oh, we went to Graham Elliott's restaurant, which was really good again, and we met I met Allie in Wonderland for the first time, who came in from Ontario, and he was absolutely fucking delightful. So we ate there. But the next day, last year in Chicago was where the whole plank thing started. So it's like, yeah, planks are so like 2015. We need something new for 2016. And I had wanted it to be cartwheels. However, I can't do a cartwheel. And Lindsay told me something which I think is probably true. When she was here, is that she asked me if I did cartwheels when I was a kid, which I didn't because I was a fat kid too. I never thought I could do that. She said it would probably be hard for me because I don't have the muscle memory of doing a cartwheel. And I meant to ask Jennifer Bleacher this. Jennifer Bleacher, did you do cartwheels when you were a kid? Can you comment below if you watch this video and tell me? Because that will give me some hope that I can do it. Brandy tried to teach me. It didn't go so well. There's a video. We won't be showing that. Anyway, but so I decided handstands. Because that's sort of new. I didn't do that for the first time until... did I do it for the first time when Amy and Lorraine and Christine were visiting me? I'm not sure, but we did do it that time. So we were doing handstands and Gretchen did one, and I'm so proud of Amy because she did one and she could not do it when she was here in California just in January. But everybody was doing it, and there's one picture where we go out in the hallway of Embassy Suites and we're doing handstands against the wall, and there's three of us. It's me and Gretchen, and I think it's me and Gretchen and Amy, right? Brandy, were you in that picture? I can't remember. I don't think so. I think it's me, Gretchen, and Amy. But I love that picture. I love the handstands. I love that I can fucking do a handstand at 50. When I was a fat kid who never did any physical education ever, I can do a handstand. So I'm like that. What's next? Okay, so yada, yada, yada. That was Friday. Most everybody else got in on Friday. There were just a few of us there on Thursday. Most everybody else got in on Friday. We went to the Embassy Suites happy hour, which I have to say, the Embassy Suites happy hour and breakfast, not in Chicago, not nearly as good as in Raleigh. In Raleigh, they let you get multiple drinks at one time, which they do not do in Chicago. And they had like really good food in the happy hour. Not so much in, where were we? Chicago. And so did that. So we went to the happy hour. But what was great about it, and what I like about Embassy Suites for a weight loss surgery meet and greet, is it gives you two opportunities to really get together with everybody. You can get together with everybody at happy hour, you can get together with everybody at breakfast, and then you can go separate ways, come together at dinner, you know, but you have time with everybody. So that's what I like about Embassy Suites. I know it's a little expensive, but that's what I like about them. However, like I said, I like the one in Raleigh way better than the one in Chicago. And we went out to a, not too much exciting, I mean, it was fun Friday night, but not too many moments that I'm remembering. But we went out to a bar that was across the street from the hotel called the Redheaded Piano Bar, because we had a statistically significant number of redheads in our group based on the number of people. There was Amy, there was Gretchen, who I think is originally a redhead. Maybe she's more brown now. Jessie, VSG. I know there's more redheads than that. I'm not remembering. But anyway, based on the size of our group, we had a statistically significant number of redheads. So we went to the Redheaded Piano Bar, which was fun. But so one of the other moments that came to mind when I was writing this down was the way Robin's RNY mission looked on Saturday morning after Friday night. First of all, Robin is so teeny tiny. She's another teeny tiny one. Beautiful, beautiful girl, and I'm so glad I had the opportunity to meet her. But Saturday morning, she looked like she had fun Friday night, and I just thought it was really funny. So anyway, love you, Robin. And then Saturday morning, Amy and Brandy and Gretchen went shopping, and Melly May and Kim and Sandrine and I went to this amazing Italian thing. It's called Italy. It's restaurants and groceries and blah blah blah. And then we went and had a drink, had some brunch, and when we came back, Amy, Gretchen, Brandy, and I went to go get tattoos. So that was exciting, except I didn't get a tattoo because it's not that I chickened out, it's just I wasn't totally happy with what they presented to me, and I'm like, this is like forever. But I will get the tattoo. So, called a place that had good reviews. They said, there were like 3 people waiting, and we're like, oh, let's walk, because it's the Saturday of St. Patrick's Day. That's the day the river turns green. That's the day, well, it doesn't turn green, they make it turn green. It's the day of the parade. It's the day everybody's drunk on the street. So we picked a place that was in the opposite direction of all that, and I remember from last year how driving through town was like a nightmare. So maybe it was me who suggested we walk. If it was, I'm sorry, ladies. So we walked and walked and walked and walked and walked. I don't know how far it was, but it seemed like for fucking ever to get to the tattoo place. We showed them what we wanted, and it was like, I don't remember what time it was, but they're like, yeah, no way you're going to be done with here in time to make your dinner reservation. So we're like, okay, are we not going to do this, or we're going to find another place? So found another place. Brandy found another place that could take people. So we went there, and Gretchen and Brandy got tattoos. But just spending that time together, it was a really good, I feel like that's where I really got to know Brandy, and it was a good time to spend more time with Gretchen. Brandy's VSG story, that's what I'm talking about, or Brand's VSG story, whatever, Texas, friends with CC. So that was a really special time. This may not be, well, maybe it's chronologically, but Monica, Sleeve McQueen. Last year, Monica and I had our big moment that was in my 1-year Surgiversary video, I talked about how, the things that were the biggest impact. And I guess I better start thinking about that for the 2 years, because 2 years is coming up. I just can't do a video without looking at my collarbones. I love them. And I love them even more with the Tiffany necklace in the middle, just saying. Anyway, Monica and I had a moment that was really important to me last year. We were at dinner on Saturday night, and everybody was showing their before and after pictures. And I showed Monica mine, and she got really teary, and she said, I've been here this whole weekend thinking that none of these women were like me starting out. And to see this gives me hope that I can do that too. Made me ball then, makes me ball a little bit now when I think about it. That was just a really special moment to me because, you know, there aren't that, I mean, I'm sure there are lots of people the size that Monica and I were who have surgery, but there are not that many people who make videos who were the size that we were, 400 plus pounds, when we started this journey. So that was a powerful moment last year. Well, this year, Monica was fucking amazing. She was walking all over. She was making friends. She was, I mean, just so amazing and vibrant. And just seeing that warmed my heart to no end. So, Monica, I love you. And yeah, you're always going to be very special to me, even though I did never send you the giveaway package that you won for my 500 subscribers. But we worked that out while we were there. Anyway, what else? What's next? Oh, I have to talk about Sandrese. So Sandrese, I don't know if you guys know Sandrese. She did make videos, but she hasn't in a while. She lives here near me. We get together like once a month. She's very young. She'll be 30 on June 19th, which is my son's birthday too. And she's just so, so lovely. And I'm so glad she came. And I'm even more glad that she had a good time because I texted her last night to make sure she did. But I have to say, Sandra's sexy legs were a highlight of my trip because I feel like she's a little reserved and doesn't realize how beautiful she is. And Saturday night, she and Melly May had the best legs of the whole place. They have a similar kind of build, and their legs are freaking incredible. And she was showing them off and owning that on Saturday night, and I love that. So, Sandra, here's to your sexy legs. Yeah, these aren't in order. So we went out for, we went to the same place, the tapas place that we went to last year. If we ever go back to Chicago, which I don't know if we'll be recreating this in Chicago next year. Well, I mean, people can. I don't know if I will be going to Chicago next year. We may try to figure out a different place to go because everybody's complaining it was cold there. But it was absolutely beautiful while we were there, honestly. How many minutes are we into this? Oh my God, 22 minutes already. Okay, let me speed it up. But so we went to this Emilio's Tapas place in Chicago. It was way better last year. I mean, the food was incredible, but the service and blah, blah, blah was not that great. But one of the things that stood out to me is we were getting ready to go, and all of a sudden Gretchen comes in with this woman who's like 110 years old. Actually, she was only 91. And I guess they had met in the lobby, and her name was Miriam, and she had a handler. I don't know, she had someone with her, and I guess she goes out to dinner on Saturday nights to Emilio's Tapas at 91, which is incredible. And Gretchen had told her all of our stories, and she had said that I had lost 200 pounds. I may have been the only one there who had lost that much. I'm not totally sure, but so Gretchen brought her over to meet me, and she hugged me, and she was the sweetest lady ever. And she said to us that the story she had heard about this group, about us, was the most amazing thing she'd ever heard in her life. And she's 91. That's old. She's probably heard lots of stories. I don't know. That just really touched me. So Miriam was a moment. I'm almost done, really. Kim Stephanopoulos. What can I say about Kim Stephanopoulos? I love her. She is very special to me. I don't know if I mentioned this last year, but I didn't know who she was when I came to Chicago last year because she doesn't make videos. I'm sure we followed each other on Facebook, but because she didn't make videos, I wasn't that in tune to who she was. And she came to Chicago, and I was really interested in spending time with every person in Chicago. So on I can't remember if it was the Friday or Saturday night we were there. Oh, it was the Friday night. We went to a restaurant. I said, can I sit next to you so I can get to know you a little bit? And we did. And she is somebody who is so incredibly special to me. She is wise beyond her years because she's younger than me, but I feel like she's always giving me the advice I would go to for somebody older than me. And she's gorgeous. She looked so amazing during this trip. But one of the things... Actually, Monica, there were so many times with her. Saturday night, we went out to this place called Kingston Mines, which was really fun. And that was an NSV because it's the first time I've ever been to a bar that you had to stand in line for. Yeah, didn't do that before. And it was a really incredible, fun place. But we had some moments there. But this happened in the room. Monica was relating a story about Kim. And I don't want to share Monica's story, but because it's not my place to do that. But at the end of this conversation, I was just getting all teary because Kim is really special to me and always knows the right things to say. And she looked at me and she said, "You aren't broken." And I mean, I should know that by now, that I'm not broken. But hearing it from her in her loving way, well, of course it made me cry. One of the 9 million times I cried while I was there. But I'm not, and you're not. We're not broken. We're not broken if we haven't had surgery yet. We're not broken if we never have surgery. We are whole, perfect, and complete people at whatever point in this journey we are. And to have people who see you that way is a real gift. Okay, verklempt. What else were my moments? Okay. This is not one moment, this is just the whole thing. But one of the things that I loved about this trip was just the things that Melly May says. She is so smart and so funny. And yeah, she has a very special place to me too. But she just comes up with some of the funniest things ever. And I won't repeat them, but some of them were in the Guess Who quotes. Oh, that's another thing I loved. For those of you who aren't on Facebook, as a way to kind of include people who weren't there, we did a hashtag Chicago Guess Who game. Prize being a $25 Amazon gift certificate. And of course, Amy has already sent me the Google Doc, which, because she's a Google Doc fan and she's on top of these things. But so what we did is we threw out quotes all weekend long and asked people to guess who said it. And the person who at the end of the week, I haven't looked at the Google Doc yet. I don't know who the winner is. I have a sense of who it might be. But, and then we asked people to guess, and the winner will get a $25 Amazon gift card from Amy because she actually fulfills her giveaways, unlike me. Ask Monica. So it was just a really fun way to keep people involved in our weekend. We would just throw out quotes on Facebook and people could guess who said it. And the funniest thing was that everybody in the world thinks Kim Stephanopoulos is a lot nicer and not a lot nicer, but a lot less controversial than she is, because there's all these things that she said that everybody attributed to Melly May or to me, which I thought was funny. But anyway, we will be announcing soon a winner to the Chicago Guess Who, but I just thought that was a really fun way to keep people involved, and I will for sure be doing that again in Nashville. And Amy, I don't think is going to be there, so I will give the $25 gift card from Amazon. I swear, I will. I gave Gretchen the one where she guessed she was the first person who got the spot on my wall thing, so I will. What else? So bars in Chicago stay open till 4 a.m., which is like crazy. But Amy, the rocket scientist, booked her flight out of Chicago at 6 a.m. on the night of daylight savings time. Or maybe it was 6. Or was it 7 and then it was 6 because of daylight savings? I don't remember. But anyway, so we left Kingston Mines at about 2 o'clock because I was really worried about getting her on her plane in time. And came back, and then people were hanging out in our room, and it was Katie Cox and Jennifer Bleacher and Tanya TK Sleever. And we were starving. I think I was starving. I ate popcorn, and I ate a banana, and I ate whatever was fucking left in that hotel room, but I was still starving. So we ordered pizza. Jennifer ordered pizza at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and it took an hour and a half to get there. But that time while we were waiting for the pizza, after things had calmed down and everybody had left, was really special because I really got to spend some time with Jennifer, Katie, and Tanya. And so enjoyed that. So that was a special moment. Okay, so Amy, are you wondering why I haven't mentioned you yet? I had to save you for last because, I want you to watch the whole fucking thing, even though it's going to be like 40 minutes long. One of my quotes, and it was my quote, and I think somebody guessed it right. There were a lot of quotes that nobody got the right answer to, but I think somebody got this right. And it was my quote from the weekend. It was, "I never expected at this point in my life to find a friendship like this." And Yeah, Amy, you are just super, super special to me. I love you so much. And I couldn't think of like one particular moment, but just getting to be with you and hang out with you, and you get me and I get you, and we're on the same wavelength. It was just anytime I have to spend with you. And this time I didn't have to share you with your sister. I only had to share you with like 20 other people, but it's okay if you have other friends, but only if you love me best, okay? So some of these friendships I have found through the weight loss surgery community, I never in a million years expected to have, and Amy is one of those. So I just love you to pieces. And yeah, you know. Okay, so those are like, we're at, oh my God, 30 minutes. Okay, nobody's gonna watch this fucking video because I've said the F word too much. I am really sorry. Okay, I just wanted to address some of the people that I didn't cover in some of the moments because I loved everyone that I met. So, Christine, teeny tiny tummy for Christine. Thank you for, although you said you didn't organize everything, all I did was make 2 dinner reservations. You were the central point of contact. You were the person who made sure everybody was good and okay. And when I wasn't on Facebook for a couple of days, you were responding to people, and you were always so lovely and accommodating and kind. And it was really great to spend some time with you. I didn't spend as much time with you, really because we just had in January, and you were the person who helped me pick out the spot for my 50th birthday party, and everybody loved it. In fact, Patty booked her high school reunion there. Allie, I mentioned, loved her. She gave me the most wonderful birthday present, and now I can't remember what it says, and it's all the way over on the other end of the room. I forgot to bring it over here, so I'm not going to say it, but I posted on Facebook. She gave me a paperweight that had a saying that was really special to me. And it may be too many words for a tattoo, but I don't know. I'm going to think about it. Lori, Seahorse VSG? I don't know. But Lori, I had met in San Diego. Loved her. She is just a delight. She was not on Facebook or Tinder because, I'm the Tinder ambassador for people over 30. So I believe we got her, we did get her set up on Facebook, and I believe she told me she also set up a Tinder profile. So anyway, go Lori. It was lovely to see you. Katie Cox, I was very excited to meet her. Loved her. She is beautiful. She lost her driver's license, yet still, was able to talk her way onto an airplane, which I totally respect. We share some similar groundwork in terms of stepkids and things like that. So I just loved having some time to spend with you on Sunday morning, Saturday night, whenever it was. Cassandra, delightful to meet you. I know I thought you were TK's wife. You weren't. Sorry, TK's wife and Cassandra. But it's great to meet you. You look lovely. Okay, here's somebody who just came on Saturday night who I really wish had been there the whole weekend, because in the few minutes I spent with her, I absolutely loved her. Jess Wojcicki. Am I saying that right? Probably not. Loved her. Kim Buchanan came, and I believe this was her first meet and greet. She's probably the person who was newest post-op. She was able to come, she was able to keep up, and she was able to come without a cane, which was a verklempt moment for me when I heard about that. Jenny VSG was there. She was lovely. We found out we shared some common connections in the autism world, which was great. Carrie was there, and I didn't realize it was Carrie until like 2 o'clock in the morning. I thought she came into the dinner, and number one, she was so skinny, I didn't actually think she was a weight loss surgery patient. I thought she was there with somebody, and I thought she had said her name was Karen. I was like, Karen, who is Karen? And as I was walking back into the hotel at like 2 o'clock in the morning, or maybe it wasn't the 2 o'clock in the morning time, maybe, I don't know, it all blends together. I was like, holy shit, you were Carrie, and I didn't realize that, and she's always been so lovely, and commenting on videos and whatever. I'm sorry that I did not realize that was you in time to spend any time with you. Marianne, who I also mentioned I didn't get to spend time with, thank you so much for coming. And Jessie, VSG, dresses up as a very cute leprechaun and has some amazing cleavage. And I'm sorry if I left anybody out. I hope I didn't, either in my moments or the people I didn't have in my moments. Also want to do a special shout out to those people who made it so special last year and weren't there this year. That is Randy, VSG Granny. She went on some better vacation in some warm place, which is awesome. Lorraine wasn't able to come at the last minute. Terry Santiago had some car issues and wasn't able to come. And of course, Betty Lou, who is no longer really part of the community, but who was a key player in making this happen last year. So just want to give a shout out to those guys. Okay, 35 minutes, damn it. Okay. You know what? I'm going to make another video tomorrow talking about the feeling after the meet and greet because this is way too long already. Okay, I love you guys. I will see you again tomorrow and on Wednesday with The Naked Truth. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.